G'day, my name's Alex, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Kiwi Ultralight single down quilt, and I'm going to mention a little bit about my experience in transitioning from a sleeping bag into a quilt system for hiking. Yeah, so the main reason that I wanted to try a quilt was because of the lightweight factor. I was looking for a piece of kit that was going to be much lighter than my existing sleeping bag. This led me to find Kiwi Ultralight, who are an ultralight outdoor gear manufacturer based down in Nelson, New Zealand. So when you order one of these, it's pretty cool. You get to choose, first of all, the temperature rating that you want. So they've got a 5 degree, a 0 degree, and a -5 degree. And then you choose your length. The idea is that you'll pick something that's about 10 to 12 centimeters longer than your height. The reason being so that you can sort of snuggle up and cozy up when it gets a bit cool. And then finally you get to choose your color. So you either get blue, red, or green at the time of filming. I chose green. So I didn't have too many concerns about going to a quilt, but the first one was mainly around warmth, in particular not having a hood. I don't have too much insulation upstairs, so I was a little bit worried about getting a cold lid while I was sleeping, but having a beanie on seems to do the trick, and being able to tighten that quilt up around your neck is really nice. The other one was about just contact with the sleeping pad. Obviously, you have got nothing in between you and the sleeping pad, so I was a little bit worried about comfort. But yeah, it kind of found out that when I'm hiking, I'm almost always wearing a sleeping layer anyway, which performs two functions. One, it keeps me warm, and two, it protects the quilt from the dirt and grime on your skin, which when it gets into the down, it will reduce its effectiveness and its thermal capabilities. It's for this reason that Kiwi Ultralight give all their quilts 20% down overstuff, so that with time and use, the quilt will still perform to its stated temperature rating. I've had this quilt basically for the whole winter 2024, and I've been testing it in the North Island of New Zealand. So took it out onto the Tongariro Northern Circuit and got it down to about -4 degrees, and it was warm as. It's sitting quite nicely inside its comfort rating. I would actually say that this quilt is a little bit too warm for the North Island, so maybe look at the 0 or the 5 degree if you're from up here. South Islanders or cold weather hikers, this -5 one should do the trick. We've got some pad straps here, which sort of help you hold the quilt onto the mattress. The first times I used this, I didn't use the pad straps, and it does actually let a little bit of cool air in as you wriggle around, so they're quite handy to use. Build quality is impressive, to be quite honest. I have had a look over it, and when you look closely at this thing, the material feels great. Yeah, all the components seem good quality. There's no untidy stitching. It's all sort of good stuff. I haven't noticed any down leakage at all. It feels like a quality item. It feels like something that you would expect from a big brand, but it's been made, by a small cottage manufacturer here in New Zealand. So yeah, absolutely no complaints about the build quality at all. Was it comfortable to use? Yes, it really was. So I was quite surprised at how much nicer it felt to sleep in as like a front/slide sleeper than my sleeping bag, because you get more versatility in terms of being able to poke your legs out and sort of be half in, half out. I was wearing it like a toga for a bit as well, just to sort of help regulate my temperature. So yeah, if you're someone that likes to wriggle around like me, it is a lot more comfortable. Yeah, in my sleeping bag I definitely have had times where I've woken up face down with my hood over the back of me and I've had to disentangle myself throughout the night. So yeah, quite like this quilt setup. Well, the weight. This is one of my favourite bits about it. It's so much lighter than a sleeping bag. As you can see on the screen here, my old sleeping bag is coming in at about 460 grams heavier than the Kiwi Ultralight quilt. Not only that, my old sleeping bag had a limit rating of -5 degrees Celsius. The Kiwi Ultralight quilt has got a comfort rating of -5 degrees Celsius. Now it's important to note that this is for women. As we know, women run a little bit colder than men, so the potential comfort rating for men could be up to -10 degrees. So basically this quilt is giving me a 40% weight saving, but is keeping me much warmer. Against competing brands, like worldwide quilt brands, like this thing stands up pretty well. In terms of weight to warmth to price ratio, you're not really going to get anything much cheaper than this in New Zealand. So it's punching at the same sort of weights for the same sort of temperatures, and the price is, you know, about the most competitive one out there. So as far as I'm concerned, Kiwi Ultralight are really punching with some of the world leading brands, which is awesome to see. So do I like this? The short answer is yes, I do. Why? Because it's versatile. I can regulate my body in a wide range of temperatures. It's lightweight, it's well made, it's locally made, and it's way more comfortable to sleep in than a sleeping bag for me. So yeah, there's not a lot for me not to like, really. From my testing so far, it's been awesome. So who do I think this is a good product for? Basically anybody who is a hiker and wants to have a lightweight bit of sleeping kit, and who might want to try out a quilt instead of a sleeping bag. So it doesn't matter if you're beginner or experienced at all. Yeah, if you just like the idea of having a hiking blanket instead of a sleeping bag, give it a go. And basically anyone who wants a good quality locally made product should check this out. It's yeah, amazing. I love it.